Hello, I'm Kevin Durth, Superintendent of the Maple Run Unified School District. Last week, I shared with you the two learning options for your family, which is a hybrid model that includes both in-person and virtual learning, and a full-time virtual learning model. A few days ago, Governor Phil Scott announced an executive order making the first day of school September 8th for all of Vermont. The governor is working to change the school calendar requirements to give districts more flexibility to not make up days at the end of the school year. This time frame for reopening gives us a few additional weeks to work with staff in preparation for our new reality. Governor Scott is confident, based on the state's low COVID-19 count, that Vermont is in a good position to start schools in a stepped approach while adhering to the appropriate physical distancing requirements and the health and safety guidelines. Last week's announcement of how we're reopening school in the fall was a difficult decision to make, since we all want nothing more than to have everyone back in school. And at the same time, we must focus on the safety and health of our staff and students. We realize the logistics for families and schools will not be simple for either learning option, which is hybrid or full-time virtual learning, previously referred to as remote learning. Many families are facing challenges with balancing their own jobs with their children's education and daily care. To make everything work for our students, schools need to revise schedules, reconfigure learning spaces, and ensure there's enough staff for hybrid and full-time virtual learning. Some of the adaptations will be costly and workloads may be heavy. Please know that our goal is to be able to welcome all students for full-time, in-person instruction just as soon as it is safe and feasible to do so. We must continue to work closely as a community to support each other and recognize that everyone is doing the best they can at the moment. Recently, many families completed a survey, and the results are being used to guide the district's reopening decisions. Over 1,400 responses were collected across all grade levels. The overall results show that a majority of the uncertainty and concerns are around health and safety protocols, safe socialization, and specifics about the hybrid model and the full-time virtual learning model. Other concerns included availability of computers and the status of athletics or extracurricular activities. While 53% of survey respondents are comfortable with their child following the health and safety protocols being implemented, 44% said their child will need help with maintaining social distance, and 42% will need support with mask wearing. As for full-time virtual learning, 38% said they are not interested in this option. 35% said they may be interested but need more information, and 27% said they are interested in full-time virtual learning. The majority of families said they have computers and high-speed internet available, but almost 20% need support in this area. As for transportation to and from school, the majority selected walking and driving or getting a ride. Additionally, the bus routes look like they will remain the same, with the addition of a bus monitor to conduct health checks prior to student boarding. We know there's a lot to think about. To help you make a more informed decision between a hybrid or full-time virtual learning environment, you'll receive an MRUSD reopening guide on August 3rd. The guide will provide detailed information on the roles and responsibilities of parents, students, and school in both learning models. You'll then be asked to register for the learning option that best fits your family's situation. In the meantime, a summary of the two learning options are as follows. Option 1 is hybrid learning, which is a mix of in-person and virtual instruction. Students will be assigned to one of two groups with each student attending in-person classes 2 days a week and learning virtually 3 days a week. The district is making every effort to accommodate families whenever possible. To do this, we begin by assigning high school students to groups alphabetically by last name, and will provide exceptions to families in the same household with different last names. For students in grades 9 through 12, with last names starting with the letters A through K, will be assigned to the Blue Group and will attend school in person on Monday and Tuesday, and will engage in virtual learning on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Students with last names starting with the letters L through Z will be assigned to the Green Group and will attend school in person on Thursday and Friday and engage in virtual learning on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. For students in grades pre-K through 8, after grouping high school students, the elementary schools will continue to collect parent input, balance classrooms, and communicate student placements. Please know that we will do our best to honor requests with the constraints of class size. The second option is full-time virtual learning. As parents and caregivers, you have a choice when it comes to your child's education. For families with additional health concerns, or those not yet comfortable in sending their children to school in person, the district is preparing to offer a full-time virtual learning option. For your child to enroll in this option, we ask that our families be aware and willing to commit to the several responsibilities that are necessary to ensure a meaningful virtual learning experience. The MRUSD reopening guide that's being released on August 3rd will outline the time commitment and responsibilities required by the student, teacher, and parent or caregiver, also known as the student's learning coach. As you can see from the timeline above, our entire school district and local communities are committed to working around the clock to prepare for a unique start to the 2020-21 school year. If you have comments or questions, please visit our site by going to maplerun.org and click on COVID-19 resources. You can also send an email to covid19@maplerun.org or leave a message at 802-370-3966. Please note that this dedicated telephone number will only receive messages. There's no live person answering the call. However, we do have a team of personnel monitoring the emails and voicemails. You can also view our video updates at our MRUSD Outreach YouTube channel. We thank you for your feedback, patience, and understanding while we navigate this situation together. Goodbye.